Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me see who was here first. Um, Leisha, thank you so much for being here first, Leisha. There are no prizes, but I really appreciate it. And thank you, Janice Goodrich, Kathy G, Mary H, Hope's Garden, Yalibi, Stacy Crenshaw. Um, who else? Oh, there we go. Lydia Washington, Beverly McCaskill, and uh, and a host of friends and others. Antonio TC 416, Lady H. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll all the way to the end. Um, and hopefully I can get you guys out of here in just 1 hour. Um, Made a video earlier. Probably shouldn't, but shouldn't have, should I say? But I got committed, and it just took so much longer than I thought. Let me see. Oh yeah, he was handling his business. He was handling his business. Bless his heart. Okay. There we go. So you may have seen that image on the right in a tabloid where they had a body language expert or someone trying to dissect Megan's image. And so I decided to repurpose it and put it right instead of saying what her eyes are saying, what her mouth is saying, what her posture is saying, what her pose is saying. Why don't we just call it like it is? Megan is the moment. I heard Anita of my Duke and I say that a long time ago, and it was so profound at that moment, and I think it still rings true today. Megan is the moment. Um, so yeah, there you go. And let me see here. There you go. So that is the original excited eyes, flirty over the shoulder look, confident, symmetric smile, signature Tig girl pose, or Megan is the moment. Which do you prefer? I'm going to go with Megan is the moment. Hello, Joan Garcia. Black Queen is here. Ebony Ucorn. Lydia wants to say hi to a few people. Hi, Tash Mac. Um, Faith, Faith You, Terry H. Christian Synagogue Inc. All right. Thank you very much. And let's see. There you go. So it was Beyonce's birthday, right? 2001. And not much has changed. Fast forward to 2003. I'm sorry, 2023. Not a whole lot has changed. She is still that same fresh faced girl. She still has that Beyonce glow, that that expressive optimism, and of course confidence, and always a on a path of self improvement. So Beyonce has come such a long way. And it's interesting because someone predicted that. And I'm going to play a soundbite for that very soon. But there was someone very special that predicted that. If you take a look here, Tyler Perry tweets, "Happy birthday, Beyonce." And I believe, was that the Met? No, was that the Kennedy Center Honors? I can't recall what the occasion was, but I believe Beyonce performed for to honor Barbara Streisand for the Kennedy Center Honors. I think, or was it the Presidential Medal of Freedom? Are they one and the same? Gosh, I'm confusing myself. I think they're one and the same, right? Or no? I don't know. But anyway, it was a gala event. And gosh, I tell you, there is more money in those three people right there than the whole state of, or the whole nation of, or perhaps the whole city of. But all I can say is there is a concentration of wealth and talent right there in that photo. The talent came first, of course, and I'm very proud of all three of them. And take a look here. You can see Diana Ross performed to honor Beyonce for her birthday, which brings me to the person who made that prediction. There she is, Diana Ross. She's the one who, well, I'll let you hear it for yourself. I'll let you hear it for yourself. It was very sweet and also very, very on point. It was quite the prediction.
What do you think of the well, they're not really young kids, but young performers that are out there now? So many of them who idolized you on the way up, like Brittany and J Lo and Jessica, those girls.
Well, I really do think that a lot of them are going to have some longevity. Some I can see, like the other night I was at the Carousel Ball, and I must say that I just had such admiration for Beyonce. Boy, what a type she is. Beautiful. Wonderful person. Just beautiful, beautiful. And she was there with her mother. And I could see that she's got good foundation. So I know that when I say have legs, she's going to be lasting and be here. And those things are really important, that she seems to have the mentors necessary and the background with the parents there. And also Holly Berry was there, and she said wonderful things on the stage. I heard her say things. I don't know her very well, but she said beautiful things. So I know that there are some wonderful girls in the industry that are going to be here and make me proud. I feel like, in a sense, that I have been a trailblazer. I hopefully I've done and said good things, and we got some good girls.
So there you go. I got to get rid of that. I don't want to get a. Stop. I don't want to get a copyright. This thing, would you stop it? Gosh. All right. Whew. All right. So there you go. Oh, it was a Kennedy Center honor. Thank you so much. But yeah, so Diana Ross saw something. Diana Ross saw something in Beyonce all those years ago. And look at where we are today. So much so that there is the boss, Diana Ross, out there um, singing on Beyonce's birthday. So, man, what could I say? She's come a long way. This is what she's been in the business for. Well, I know Beyonce was a teenager when she started. So is this like what, 25 years in the business? 30 years in the business? I'm trying to do the math. Okay, well, if it was 30, she would have been 12, right? So let's say she's been 25 years, 26 years in the business, and still got so much further to go. I mean, when you think about how long Tina Turner has been performing, and then of course, look at Diana Ross. I mean, there is a huge catalog of music. She doesn't have to do all of the dancing later in life, with as she has so much music out there. And then, of course, like anybody else, you you uh, I guess fashion your performance for a age appropriate kind of show. But yeah, I mean, the next, what, 30 years in the business is going to be exciting. So we are witnessing like something really tremendous with this tour that Beyonce is on. And I believe they said that financially, that is going to smash the world record for the amount of money earned in a tour. So that is going to be pretty exciting too. But it's brought so many people together. And yeah, I'm. No, that was quite by mistake. I was playing the audio from the TikTok, and then the next video popped up, and I was just like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" Leg says she was in the groove, girl time on Star Search. Oh, really? Okay. She was in the group. Oh, I'm sorry, in the group Girl Time on Star Search. Who was in the group? Beyonce? I've never heard of Girl Time. I've never heard of Girl Time. Oh, well, that'll give me something to do for homework, but thank you so much, Lex. I don't think I've ever heard of Girl Time. Let me see here. Hope everyone is well today. Loving the TikTok of Harry and Meghan at the Renaissance tour. Yes, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that today, too. All right. And hey, PS, so glad you're here tonight. Okay, Lady Metatrons. Okay, thank you, Miss Ross. So, this was a signal to the world of a connection, a sisterhood, when they met at the Lion King. Now, this, I believe, was the first time publicly that they were seen in the same space together. I think it was. Anyway, if I'm correct, Beyonce referred to her as my princess. And of course, you know how the haters are. They had to make a big deal out of it. And well, anyway, and then of course, there was the painting, and that moment with Beyonce and Jay Z at was it the BAFTA award when they accepted? They turned around and acknowledged our princess. Whatever the case is, I forget which occasion it was, but that was on British television, wasn't it? What a gangster move to go on British television celebrating the Duchess of Sussex. Sarah Turner says, "Good evening, Baron, and all the lovely squatties. Nice to be able to catch a live vacation. Retail overnight stocking is so much fun. Oh, you're working overnight. Okay, well, I'm so glad you're here. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be one of those long Royal Sussexes to keep you company. That was the other night when we were on for 3.5 hours. I still can't believe that happened. But you know how it is. You just roll with it. But thank you so much for the super sticker. And let me see. Did I see Anne of the Duchess of Success? I'm scrolling back. Where did I see that? Okay. Um, anyway, I know you're here, but now I can't find you. Oh, there you are. Let me see. I love being able to listen to Baron in the morning here. I heard that today when I was listening to you earlier today, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm glad that works out for you. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for being here at Royal Sussex. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll back the other way. And let me continue here. So take a look here. Harry is like all the husbands. This is the photos I was looking for yesterday. The husbands slash partners here. And I love it. My hubby just stood there too, staring, sometimes humming to the song, but not knowing the lyrics and generally confused by how hyped we women were. I hope Mama Doria is enjoying her birthday. Well, this, of course, is how it started, right? Well, not with this, but the do I have that one? No, not that one. But you know which one I'm referring to. where the tabloids decided to make a big thing out of. Oh, well, you can see one of the photos right there. Harry, um, looking very serious, and looks like Abigail Spencer is looking over her shoulder to the two of them. And so it was also confusing. And a lot of the squatties did not know what to make of it. Uh, and I believe most of us was trying to, assume the heavy thoughts of someone who has the burden of carrying the Invictus Games and such. Well, that's what I thought. Well, little did I know that Harry was out there shaking his groove thing, um, like everybody else was at the show. So much so that I actually got slightly embarrassed with that. What is that dance? The stanky leg or whatever they call that. I mean, Harry was kind of giving you Uncle Jed, right? If you are a fan of the Beverly Hillbillies, then you know that little stump that Uncle Jed used to do when he would do that little dance and blow into that jug. I have to admit, there were moments when I that came to mind thinking about Harry doing that. Either it was the mashed potato or the fly swat or something, but I was mildly embarrassed by it. And then to show you what a prude I am, when I saw Megan shaking like a washing machine, I was like, "Oh Lord." Okay, let's watch Harry in action just as a refresher. Okay, wait, that's not it right there. Let me find it. I don't want to wait for it. I'm just going to go to it. Okay, here it is, you guys. Here it is. Go, Harry. One more time. Okay, okay. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Whatever he was doing, I'm just glad he enjoyed himself. Um, oh man. But yeah, I'm kind of getting Uncle Jed from that one. Let's see. Sarah Turner says, "Oh, I listened to the catch up on all podcasts. Get me through 8 hours of stocking groceries. Just can't stop and chat." Well, thank you so much for that. And believe me, there is nothing more amazing to me than to think that someone is in the workplace and helping pass the time listening to Royal Sussex. I very much appreciate that. And thank you again for the super chat. Okay, you guys. So let's agree that we just won't talk about Uncle Jed, Harry's mashed potato or ants in his pants and he needs to dance or whatever he was doing. we'll just leave it at dancing. Shaky, what is that? Shaky like a wash. Yeah, Megan was kind of like on the spin cycle, I think, or what was it? You know how the washing machine is agitating those clothes, and I was just like, my, I have to say, I'm not really a prude, but I was just surprised because you just don't see the Sussexes doing stuff like that. So I mean, we've seen them dance while they were on a royal tour, and we've seen, yeah, yeah, that's about it. But I don't know that there's any footage anywhere of Megan, like, you know uh, getting down and cutting a rug like that. and and I was just slightly embarrassed. But yeah, that's all. Just slightly embarrassed. I'm not a prude. I'm just oh man. Especially back in my old party days, if you guys could have seen me, I was one of those people that would like go in the club, and I don't care who I showed up with. The next time you see me, I was on the stage or on the riser or whatever, getting down and sweating from head to toe. I just don't know how I used to do that because I would like be there for 3 4 hours, wouldn't drink anything. I mean, like water, anything. I usually didn't drink when I went out, but I didn't even have any water to drink. And I'm just like, how did I not dehydrate and pass out back in those days? But yeah, that was fun. And then coming home with that bar smell, secondhand smoke, spilled liquor, and sweat. That was, oh, the good old days. These are the good old days. Beverly, he was trying to swat a fly, I'm sure. He couldn't have been dancing. There was a fly circling, and Harry was being a gentleman and trying to swat a fly. That's all. I mean, we can call it dancing, but I think he was swatting a fly. Yes. I mean, get it, Harry. You better work it, boy. Get it, Harry. With your no booty. Ain't got no booty. Ain't got no behind whatsoever. That's probably what's wrong. If he had some behind, maybe that would help to balance things out. But you can't shake like that with no behind. That's what the problem is. Anyway, it's a matter of physics. So, keeping up with the Sussexes, moment Megan makes her big Hollywood comeback as she mingles with the Kardashians, Katy Perry, and Lizzo in VIP pit at Beyonce's concert as Harry forges his own LA bromance with Rob McEl. Is it McElhenney? Well, okay. So apparently, I scoffed at it, but apparently, Megan was also on the VIP list for the whatever that was, and she didn't go. But maybe she was just saving up her energy for this. Um, but either way, even though they tried to ignore the amazing weekend, and I have to say, for the most part, the tabloids that accuse Harry of sulking and being glum and disinterested, they're pretty much sticking to their stories. So the narrative is Harry was happier when he was away from Meghan than he was with Meghan. But the thing is, there are other publications that are carrying the story of the Sussexes at Beyonce's concert. So it's as though the tabloids are really making themselves look bad, as they are so good at, but they are making themselves look really bad and petty by keeping up this farce as though the lie is going to somehow become the truth, even though there is all of this on social media showing Harry doing the fly swat, showing Meghan doing the washing machine. All of this is going on, and you're trying to convince people that Harry just stood there like a statue the whole time. And everybody knows that's not true. So it just goes to show how petty the tabloids are committed to being, that they refuse to admit the reality that they went out on a date night and had a fantastic time, and they just don't want to admit that Harry enjoyed himself. So they're trying to keep perpetuating the idea that Harry felt more relaxed and in a celebratory mood at whatever game that was. But remember, this kid is the one who broke the story, who put things straight. Um, hmm, Let me see here. My computer is kind of slow right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. The the HRH aren't worth reporting. Boring and lazy. Well, thank you, Betsy Knox. So I got some more news about um, Matt, because Matt is living his best life these days. Um, okay, so look at this. Now, isn't this a Murdoch publication? Isn't this a Murdoch publication? So they're trying to have it both ways. They want you to engage because Megan's photo is here, but they want you to also feel as though they're calling Megan mentally ill or whatever. So I actually um, cropped the caption beneath it. It says, Hollywood royalty. Uh oh. Is that a tabloid admitting that there is such a thing as Hollywood royalty? Hollywood royalty, the Duchess of Sussex, with former Destiny Child singer Kelly Rowland at the center there, and then the actress Kerry Washington at Beyonce's concert in California. One of several appearances by Prince Harry and Meghan in A-list circles. I thought they weren't allowed in with the A-listers in A-list circles over recent days that have been seen as part of a return to the US limelight. So they had to um, confess that Meghan and Harry are A-listers. Now they ain't gonna come out and say it directly, but they are. They are. Now, I think it's a little premature to say media mogul, but with as much publicity as they get, with as much as they actually make money for a lot of publications, mostly the tabloids, I'm just going to say that I don't think that is it would be off the mark to say that they're A-listers. But I'll let other people decide when that is used properly. But for the purposes of my conversation, I'm just going to call them A-listers, and that's that. So, but yeah, they are in those circles. They have never been excluded, but the kids are getting older. They are more financially secure. There's so much more going on. The thing is, they started building their life in California in the middle of a global pandemic, and we cannot overlook that. So whatever is happening right now, it is not the appointed time, it is the anointed time. They are doing this at a time and a place in life where they feel secure to make some major moves. And what is frustrating to a lot of people is, well, not a lot of people, but to the tabloids, which are not people, what's frustrating to the royal family, which are, well, they're the royal family. What's frustrating is that they don't know what's at play. They don't know what's about to happen. They don't have anyone on the inside that will sell them out. They don't have anything. So there's no there for the tabloids and for the royal family. And so that is where their frustration lies. So that leaves them to guess. And so far, they have made themselves look really bad by predicting things that never happened. So let me see here. I'm going to take a couple of your comments before I continue. Beverly says, thank God we and the rest of the sane world don't have to rely on the clownery of the tabs. They let me see. The OFT successfully sued by OFT sued by Harry. What is OFT? Oh Lord, it's a bit late for that. What is OFT? Um, we rub elbows. Oh Lord, with the ultra rich, famous, and connected. Period. Yes, but in the spirit of your comment, Diane Hawkins, thank you very much, and I concur. Um, Let me see. Angela says everyone is seeing through the tabloids. The footage speaks for itself. They keep proving Harry right the more they push these narratives. Amen. Okay. Let me see here. Well, okay. I'm trying to catch a few of these that jump out at me. Rupert Murdoch supported Elizabeth Holmes in her uh, Theranos. He owns the publication, and he's not trustworthy on any level. Thank you, Bessie Knox. Big Mama. Hi, Big Mama. The tabloids dying, Baron. Will and Katie May can't deliver Meghan and Harry sell papers. Nobody cares what the Prince and Princess of Dole is doing. Thank you, Big Mama. Reba is of the opinion this is not a comeback. Meghan is at home on her stomping grounds. These are her friends, and now Harry's friends also. Harry was talking to Tyler Perry on the floor at the concert. Um, so was that face to face talking, or was that when he was on the phone and waving? Because I'm pretty sure that they had some type of FaceTime that night. I mean, FaceTime face to face. But I yeah. Um, okay. Thank you, Reva Henderson. Okay. Headline: the guy dancing was not Harry. It was a double. Harry left early. I see this. You're right, it was a double. Let's see, legs. Spotify tried mentioning Harry and Meghan positively. Too late. Thank you, legs, for the super chat. All right, and let me say. 1960 said, why do they keep saying her Hollywood comeback? Meghan is the moment. She doesn't need any comeback. For what? She hasn't, I'm sorry, she's been working for 3 years. When you work continuously, there is no comeback. Well, we know that there's a narrative that they're trying to satisfy. So, um, I mean, it's, I think the Sussexes will become more visible in the near future as it suits them. But like I said, they started their life in California during the pandemic. They had to get settled with their children, they had to get settled into their home, they had to take care of security. Um, there's a lot of things that needed to be satisfied, but more importantly, they had to generate an income. And all of those things seem to be satisfied, and we're off and running, right? So, and truthfully, nobody knows how much money they have pulled in since they got to California. Nobody knows. Um, Harry has probably made an incredible amount of money um, with stock options with Better Up, maybe, possibly, likely. But whatever people are doing, when you're in that type of income level, you don't just get a salary, you get stock options. And I'm pretty sure that they, like Diana Ross was saying about Beyonce, she has the right people around her. And look at who the Sussexes are surrounded with, including Beyonce. So, yeah, there you go. Now, right there, uh, okay, I'm gonna share a video with you, and hopefully you will be able to make out our Duchess in the crowd of people on the floor there. Hopefully you'll be able to see her. So let me grab that, and we'll make it do what it do. All right. Uh-huh. Oh, is that one it? Oh yeah, I think this is it. Okay. You know, Doria is just adorable. Look at that face one more time. Doria is adorable. Doria's like, hey, hey. How cute is that? Doria's like, hey. I know hey when I see it. Come on. Yeah. Hey. Oh Lord, I am just so pleased. I am so pleased to see Doria out there having fun. I'm so glad all of them are having fun, especially after everything that happened, when it happened in New York. I hate to even think about it. I'm just so glad to see this because my fear was that they were going to become more isolated, but instead, there they are enjoying their best lives. And I could not be more pleased by that. So thank you, God. Hey! Okay, I got to do it one more time. Go on, Doria. Go ahead. Oh, Lord. That gave me my life. That just gave me my life. So, in case you couldn't make it out, there's Megan in the red circle right there, and you can see on the left side a little close up. And the guy with the red hat, he is the one that took the photos. He took the photo of Kerry Washington, Kelly Rowland, and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. And then take a look here. Megan is seated. I don't know who she's sitting next to. That's the wife of, who is she? Is that the wife of someone in it, or is she the one that works at Netflix? Oh gosh, I can't remember. I'm embarrassed. But anyway, do you know who else was seated up there in the gold box? Take a look on the left. There's Jeff Bezos. There's Mama Kardashian Jenner. Um, I, um, you know what they say? Money keeps money. What a night! Yes, oh, Netflix CEO wife. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you. And yes, thanks everyone. Thank you, Marshar. Um, Netflix CEO and his black wife. Oh, Marshar, that was very subtle, wasn't it? Oh, that's the Netflix CEO and his black wife. All right. Um, I had kind of. I mean, how would she be introduced to me if I ever met her? Hi, yes, I'm his black wife. You must be the black wife. I've heard about you. Um, I'm sorry, Masha. I'm just having fun. Um, Thank you for clarifying that, though. Um, Oh, Lex says no wonder she didn't want that old balcony in UK. Yeah, I would much prefer sitting there with some hardworking, self-made people instead of a bunch of people that look like a fugitive from a costume drama. I mean, let's face it, on that balcony, they kind of look like they just escaped from a masterpiece theater movie. So yeah, an extra from something on the East End. You know what, guys? Um, it's hard for me to smile because my face is my muscles in my face are just overused at this point. They are taxed. They are worn. and yet I keep smiling. But it's been tremendous for everyone the past few days. Okay. Y'all leave Marsha alone. She was just, oh, and by the way, thank you, Lex. She was just trying to make sure I understood. Um, she was just trying to make sure I understood what I was seeing because, to be honest with you, I wasn't sure which way was which. I didn't know if she was the executive or if, you know what I'm saying. So thank you. And oh, okay. Nafisa Shabazz says they know Harry and Meghan struggle because they live it too. Yeah, I'm sorry, they lived it too. Exactly. Yeah, and especially when it comes to um, tabloid media and security concerns and all those things. And let's not forget the um, the need to have people that you can trust, right? When you have that kind of resources available to you, you have to have people around you that you can trust. So, all of those things are part of the atmosphere, the type of people that they're around. They understand exactly what's going on. So, although it may be very different for Harry coming from the royal family, and of course Meghan coming, you know, back to California from that same royal family, still there's a lot that people can identify with. And I told you guys a long time ago, I see a lot of parallels with Harry and John Kennedy Jr. Losing their parents at a young age and having this incredible legacy. More of a burden, I would say, legacy wise, for John Kennedy Jr. Than Harry, because Harry is just a natural. He's so natural and so ideally suited for this life of charity and philanthropy and such. So, oh man, I've been laughing so much now my nose is running. Oh, hold on, you guys. Oh, let me address that. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, sorry about that. So, uh, but yeah, I'm glad everybody's in a good mood. At least I hope everyone is. Gold balcony is the moment. Here, here. You know, and as much as a lot of people, oh, wait, let me see. Lotus Vibe says the people besides Megan in the box are Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos and his black wife, former. I had to go there, didn't I? And his wife, former United States ambassador to the Bahamas, Nicole Avant. And then, see, they have been married for 11 years. You know what? Lotus Vibe, you get a bell for that. Thank you so much. Um, Marsha, we love you. Okay. Lex says reality gutter Barbie. So rude of Megan to go enjoy herself for a second time. Didn't she know she murdered the institution and the British royal family this weekend? Well, if she did, I hope she remembered to drive a stake through them because you know they'll get back up. Oh, okay. Uh, so this is the photo. There's actually two of them. Now remember, the guy with the red hat is the one who took the photo. And let me refresh your T 1 second here. Let me see. Uh, so there's the guy with the red hat. And there, of course, is our Duchess. And then back here again. There you go. So you can see Kerry Washington, Kelly Rowland, and or is it Rowland and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, with the all those things that they listed. Boy, I tell you, they got a lot out of one picture, didn't they? And then here's another image. So very, very cool. And look at Megan's tan. Look at Megan's tan. Now, honestly, I saw another photo of Megan next to Kerry Washington where she looked almost ghostly, but that was probably during her time in Canada. And like most African Americans, I tend to carry a summer tan. I mentioned before I was at a job where I worked outside a lot, and I remember that in the beginning of the season, everybody was, coming off their winter break, and then by the end of summer, I stuck out my hand one day, and I'm not making this up. I stuck out my hand one day, and it shocked me because I had tanned so fast. I started thinking about Miss Seeley and the color purple, and I'm like, dog, look at my Seeley hands. Look at my hands. I look like I'm about to point at Mister. So that's very cool. Oh, by the way, Legs, thank you so much for the super chat. But yeah, so by the end of summer, when I stick my hand out, I start looking more and more like Miss Seeley, pointing at Mister. Everything you done to me, already done to you. Yalibi, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you as always for watching Royal Sussex. So, okay. Oh, ooh, I like rumors. What is this? Uh, oh, is that for someone else? Sorry about that. Or is that for me? Rumor doesn't even make sense because Megan is seen at a point with Tyler Perry. What is it? The RB takes a photo with Kelly Rowland, who both would have been with Jay Z, and why would they be with some? Oh, I don't know what that's in reference to. Okay, this life be over soon. Heaven lasts always. Now, see, I shouldn't have started quoting Color Purple because now I ain't gonna be able to stop. Now I ain't gonna be able to stop. Now every time you turn around, I'm gonna say something else from Color Purple. Okay, I have satisfied my thirst. I have blown my foghorn, and I am ready to go. Beverly McCaskill says, Baron, did you hear there's some idiot, I'm sorry, in the UK said that they were all trying to look white? Oh, yes, I saw that. I saw that. Um, yeah, he said that they were trying to appropriate whiteness. I did see that. Yep, I did see that. Okay, let's continue. So take a look here. There is Doria. And of course, what is Doria doing? Doria is living her best life. Hey, I don't know where Doria is getting all this energy from. I guess I don't want anybody to accidentally tell her that she's 67 years old now and has no signs of slowing down. I mean, if you take a look at the group behind her, she is hanging right in there with them. So I have a feeling that Doria is just a blast away from like the usual formalities in life. I'm sure she is just a blast, and I could imagine how much her grandchildren just love Grandma Doria. I wonder what they call her. Huh. I wonder. And you know what? We'll probably never find out, at least not for a long time. But how lucky they are to have Grandma Doria. Doria likes to dance, likes a good party, likes to hang out. Um, Doria can do the red carpet. Doria can play soccer in the at the Sussex estate. All of those things. Very cool. RB. I blocked RB. Who is RB? I don't know who RB is. Is that riboflavin? That's a food additive, right? Riboflavin. Who is RB? Um, huh. Let me see. Oh, well, there's RB. Listen, I'm going to stay out of it. I got stuff to do. You all will work it out. Oh, it's the yoga. It's the yoga. Thank you, YouTube user. Yeah, it's the yoga. I need to get down and start doing some yoga too, then. But first, I need to have a conversation with my neighbors because I don't want them to, think that I had a horrendous accident or something. As a matter of fact, I need to alert people that I'm starting yoga in case I get stuck in a position. Yeah, it's probably best. It's probably best if I alert my next of kin that I am about to partake in yoga so that they will, know to do a well-being check if they don't hear from me. Okay. Okay. If it gives you that much energy, then I'm willing to try it. Oh, and then here's I don't know what was going on at this point, but now that is the usual Doria, that we see. So seeing that Doria, that's kind of what I'm used to. Um, but seeing this Doria, I think I can learn to. I can learn to get used to that Doria. So there's that Doria, which just goes to show none of us are the same way all the time. And then there's that Doria. Yeah. I love her. I love her. Oh my goodness. I'm so in love with Doria all of a sudden. I mean, I've always loved her, but now I'm just like in love with Doria. And there you go. One of the squatties posted this. God is good all the time. And look at how toned and fit her arms are. Look at those 67-year-old toned fit arms, that very lean body of hers. Doria's got it going on. Do you know how much money people spend to look that good? People spend a lot of money to look that good at Doria's age. I'll just say that. Now, it is a huge contrast to the so called rave party. If you guys recall, there was some alleged rave party, and I can only imagine the type of dancing that took place that night. But it's incredible that Doria is 67 years old. And okay, I'm not even going to be that petty, but um, pass. Okay. Now, did you guys see Harry on the Jumbotron? I didn't see video of this, but it turns out that they actually had Harry on the Jumbotron. So I am going to see if I cannot find it somewhere. But Harry was on the Jumbotron. Very cool. So I thought, we know they said when people were cheering, I thought it was something like this, and maybe there is some footage like that. And I would love to see it if that's possible. But still, I wasn't aware that everybody in the crowd knew that he was there. So that is cool to see. Yeah, they seem to have the same color, light brown eyes. It's a very deep, deep, deep brown. Very, or should I say, like a very soft brown. Very pretty. Oh, really? A video vixen? I haven't heard that. Okay. And so take a look here. Now, Matt, I told you I had more to say about Matt. Matt says, "This is wild, y'all. I had no clue, but at least it's positive, and that's all I want. But quotes, ha, 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 I'm dead." So he was quoted in the, oh, let me see, which paper was that? I think it was the Independent. I think it was the Independent. Yeah, well, there it is at the bottom, the Independent. So take a look here. In the Independent, it said, breaking news: Meghan Markle and Prince Harry seen smiling at Beyonce's concert. He wrote over the clip seemingly in response to reports that the Duke appeared miserable at the Grammy winners' show. In the video, Harry is seen standing with his friends and family in the box seat. Well, actually, it was a luxury suite, but they call it a box seat. He has one hand lifted above his head and his phone in his other hand as he snaps a selfie with his front facing camera and lets out a chuckle. Harry then lowers his hand to show Meghan, who was standing next to him, the results of the selfie. He leans over and looks at his phone before smirking and shaking her head. So actually, I do have that video, but I won't try to find it right. Well, you know what? That's never stopped me, has it? And then you all are so kind and so patient. So let me see if I do have it. Uh, huh. Do I? Oh, okay. Is this it? Okay, let me see. I'm going to try to just fast forward to it if I do have it. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. So I'll show you.
Beyonce just texted. Really, really meant.
Shut up.
Just checking in.
Just checking in. Just casual.
I still can't believe.
You said
I
you're
still
gonna.
can't believe she knows who I am.
So that is what they're referring to. So imagine before the concert, you are young Mr. Matt, right? And then all of a sudden, you're everywhere. Your videos are everywhere. And this is just like one of those unintended consequences. The Sussexes go out to a concert. They're in one of those luxury suites or party rooms, whatever they call those luxury places at the stadium. And the next thing you know, someone who just happens to be, I won't say a squatty, but a fan of the Duchess of Sussex, someone who refers to himself as and this is his words, not mine, the Mexican Meghan Markle just happens to be in the next room, and well, you know the rest. And now he's even quoted in the Independent, but it doesn't stop there. He's also, I think they used him in Glamour magazine. So even though this is kind of a slow roll to more exposure for him, it seemed like all of this would have just flooded out Monday, but here it is Tuesday, and still it's trending. So very impressive. There, those box suites are basically worth a college education in the U.S. The Royal Rota ignore that our faves will just drop that for their own joy. Yes. Or they may have borrowed it. It may belong to a corporation, or maybe that box belongs to maybe it belongs to Archwell. You never know. But someone owns it. Someone has the rights to it, or a lease on it, or whatever. So yeah. But okay, so that's that I wanted to share. And then there's this. Anyone hating on them is just mad that Beyonce isn't in their Rolodex. Matt captioned the TikTok, which includes an audio snippet from couple's Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan, when the Duchess receives a text from Beyonce, which of course is what you just heard. So Matt is on social media trolling the tabloids, trolling the derangers. And I tell you, Matt is better at this than most squatties. I have to tell you guys, if you think I can be brutal, you should see some of the stuff that he's been throwing on social media. It is a scream. And let me tell you, I did not include it tonight, but maybe tomorrow when I can make more sense out of it, I will. But he has said that the people that are using his videos without authorization, that he is going to start going after people, that he has a somebody working on that for him. So some of these publications that are cashing in will be hearing from him in the very near future, or from his people. So uh, but again, let me work it out and I will explain it to you more. But apparently, he is going to take some further action. So we'll see how it goes. Um, Now, I wanted to look at a quote, and I mean a comment, and I just let it slip past me. Oh, Mystic Toxin. Hi, Mystic Toxin. Long time no see. Hello, and sending much love to each and every one of you. I have been kind of busy the last month or so, but I've been watching reruns as I can. Thank you so much, Mystic Toxin. And thank you, as always, for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh, Leg says In Touch magazine had the nerves to say that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are living separate lives. So many people called them out on the BS. They are still trying to control the narrative. That is so true, Legs. They are still at it. They are still trying to control the narrative. I've seen it myself. I've seen it myself. They have not given up on the idea that they are going to make this case against the Sussexes um, relationship, their marriage, which is really, really tacky. Especially, I'm sorry, I know that there's some things in this world that you can fake, but the connection that they had with one another is so organic, is so tactile, it is so loving that you just don't make up stuff like that. You just don't, especially considering the kind of people that they are. They could not make that up. You're either in it or you're not. So shame on them for being so obvious when the people that they need to go after, um, or they should go after, the real story that they're talking about, they are afraid to touch it. They're um, invested in keeping it secret. Let me see here. Okay, so we did both of those. And oh, wait, what is anyone hating them? Oh, yeah, that's the same quote. All right. Oh, let me see here. So this is okay. So that was in the Independent. And like I said, Glamour magazine. Were they in Glamour? Yeah, they get you guys. Glamour magazine has Matt's video linked in the article. They seriously has his video linked in the article of Harry dancing, of Meghan dancing. So this cancels out the tabloid narrative. Now, the only thing that I can say otherwise is that some of those tabloids have far more reach than Glamour magazine, but Glamour magazine is a big international magazine. And I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the article, and the article says, oh, well, anyway, I'm going to talk about that later. As a matter of fact, that is closer toward the end, so I won't do that right now. But yeah, this is as big as we think it is, because we're like in our community, sometimes we might overstate how big certain stories are because they are so amplified amongst us. But this is so much bigger than a lot of the other stuff that has come out, and I'm glad for it. VS says the Rangers say Megan is a horrible actress, but then sort of claims she is acting and fooling the world that she and Harry are happy when they aren't. The Rangers must pick a struggle. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly. Um, and of course, that is the famous Beyonce just text. I love Harry's reaction. And I love seeing Harry with those glasses on. Beyonce just text. Oh, man. Okay, so let's move on to this one right here. Breaking: Piers Morgan divided the crowd at the National Television Awards on Monday night as he was hissed and booed by the audience at London's O2. Yes, that did happen. Hoghead, and I don't have the video to share with you guys, but Hoghead was announced or mentioned or whatever. And next thing you know, it was just like a bunch of boos and whispers and laughing. And if anybody deserves it, of course, is Hoghead Pierce Morgan. As a matter of fact, you can see his reaction right there. And as much as he's going to try to play up the idea that he was unbothered or people just don't understand him or whatever he tries to do to put a spin on it, you can see right there he looks pissed, embarrassed. And even the person sitting next to him is completely and utterly embarrassed for him. Yep, he was embarrassed. And if you take a look right here, he said, got on the tube. I'm sorry, got the tube in, got got the tube in searing heat, got mocked by a host I never heard of, got booed by an audience of shrieking banshees, got beaten by Graham Bloody Norton, and now getting the first limo I can find to get the hell out of here. Thanks for a great night. Well, the only thing that he missed on that list of things was got a hog head. He forgot to say got a hog head. Okay, you got a train, check. You got mocked and booed and hissed, check. You got beat by Graham Norton, and you should have, because Graham Norton is wonderful. And of course, you got a hog head. Why would he omit the hog head? How could he omit the hog head? Oh, I want to see it. I want to see it right here. Let me see. Oh, they got the video, huh? Let me see. Oh, as a matter of fact, I did see it. What am I saying? I want to see it. I did see it. But yeah, you guys, there's the link to Hoghead getting booed. Oh, man. Yeah, so next time he wants to list things, don't omit the most glaringly obvious thing, and that is got a hog head. As a matter of fact, just like they used to have that, remember that advertisement, Got Milk? They should have an advertisement for him called Got Hog Head. Even make a t shirt, Got Hog Head. Oh man, the real reason why Prince William and Kate Middleton don't hold hands in public said, uh, what is that, Mahara Bonner, Royal Protocol? Let me see. Prince William and the Princess of Wales must change their PR team. They are pathetic. We know that Workshire Willie has pledged his hand to another person. Love is gone. So, allegedly, one of the squatties decided to share this with us. Um, the royal couple's appearance. Oh, you know what? This is out of order. So commit that to your memory, and then let's talk about this. The royal couple's appearance in France will clash with the start of Duke of Sussex's Invictus Games. Prince and Princess of Wales to support men at Rugby World Cup. Um, I kind of forgot about this. With everything else going on this weekend, I forgot all about them, and I didn't know when it was going to happen. But apparently, this is going to happen during the Invictus Games, which means what? Nobody is going to notice. Like just about everything they do, most people won't notice. The only reason why people might notice it is so that they can further criticize him for not going to Australia. And then also, you guys, you know, I know Copycat can barely contain herself, but I looked at that photo on the left side, which was part of the article here, and I said to myself, no, she didn't. But yes, she did. She actually is cosplaying Michael Jordan. You know, she will stoop to any level to get people to look at her. The only thing that's missing is she don't have a tongue hanging out like Michael Jordan used to do. But I promise you, how is someone playing, what is that, rugby? I think she's playing rugby. How do you play rugby and mimic Michael Jordan at the same time? Who does that? She's not playing basketball. She's not playing tennis or anything like that. And yet somehow she has managed to cosplay Michael Jordan. That's incredible. That is incredible. Leave it to Kate Middleton to cosplay Michael Jordan, and she's not even playing basketball. Oh man. Okay, so this is what was supposed to come next. Here's the real reason why Prince William and Kate Middleton don't hold hands. While these two share the occasional cute glance and rarely display any physical contact during royal appearances, like even it comes to holding hands, body language expert Darren Stanton sheds light on the what is that? Sitch and Toad, huh? The son that is simply comes down to royal protocol, especially given William's position as the next in line to the throne. Stanton adds, in part, that Kate and Will show their affection with prolonged eye glances, as well as giving each other little pat. I'm sorry, little back touches to reassure each other when they're on an outing together. Little back touches to reassure each other. So the squatty that put this together decided to show what those back touches look like. And of course, along with that, you have to also observe the reactions that come from the person that is being touched, like William. And then also, they put together a few photos like this one right here. Um, are we, what does that say? Are we, no, let me see. Oh, are we done? Done. Oh, are we done? Anyway, um, those are those adoring glances that we've heard so much about, those iconic moments, those adoring glances. Cute, right? And then if you take a look here, William called the Ascot event the hardest thing he's had to do. Now, we know where that comes from. William calls the Ascot event the hardest thing he's ever had to do. William was uncomfortable in the presence of was uncomfortable in the presence of Catherine. Well, we know where that comes from, but it does make more sense here than anyplace else. So again, thank you to the squatty who put these together. And then this is the last one. Um, Gosh, what does that say? Oh yeah, let me hold your hand. Nope, no, niet. Yeah, so it's no and niet. Please, uh, like has and Meg. Oh yeah, it says please like has and Meg. Known, no. Oh my God, I can barely see that. Let me see here. Um, oh my gosh, what does that say? It will be something for the oh, it would be good. No, it'd be cool for the PR. And oh, I can't make that out. In what language do you understand no? Oh, I can't see that. And then the last one says, I beg you, hold my hand. And William says, nope. So thank you to the squatty who put this together. And also thank you for helping me to be as petty as I can possibly be. Now, enough about them. Dakar, Senegal. I've seen this statue before, but I want you to look at the scale of this statue. See the people on the ground there? This is massive, and it is in Senegal. Whenever I do go to Africa, if I don't go and see this statue, I will have really wasted my time. I would love to see that in person. That is gorgeous. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful statue. Yes, and it's I think it's a homage to the motherland. Very, very beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, there is the Invictus medals. I've shown you photos before, but I like this because it has that black background in contrast to the actual medal and ribbon. So that is what they're going to hand out at the Invictus Games in silver, bronze, no, bronze, silver, and gold, right? Okay. And I believe that, yes, this is the last for tonight. So, you guys that are up way too late, this is the last one. Why couldn't we just let Meghan Markle dance in peace at Beyonce's concert? That is a good question. Why couldn't we just allow her to dance in peace? Why did it have to become something more? You know, and that is a good point. It should not have become the big story that it is, although I'm glad it has. But the reason is glaringly obvious, and that is because the oh, wait a minute, Duchess Meghan and Prince Harry attend Beyonce's Renaissance tour. Oh, they wrote about it in Harper's Bazaar, you guys. I forgot to mention that. They wrote about Harry and Meghan in Harper's Bazaar. So make sure you go and look for that article too. So, yeah, like I said, it didn't really get much traction on Monday, but here it is Tuesday night for me. And it's a big story. It was a really, really big story. And now more and more people are hearing about it. So, or reading about it or whatever. So that's a good thing. Okay. So, where was I going with that? So, the article says, why couldn't we just let, what did I just do here? Why couldn't we just let Meghan Markle dance in peace at Beyonce's concert? Well, one person had the temerity to tweet, nothing wrong with dancing and having fun at a concert. But I feel like everything this fraud Meghan Markle does has a motive. Even her dancing is screaming, look at me. I wasn't at Taylor's concert, but I am here. Another added, she looks ridiculous. She really is in love with herself. So the Derangers believe that Megan was dancing like that because she was trying to make the point that I was not at Taylor's concert. Well, at least we got the Derangers to admit that she wasn't there. That's progress. At least we got them to admit that she wasn't there. But otherwise, the Derangers have a serious, serious headache. I mean, they are having the mother of all migraines because of this weekend. Meghan Markle, like most famous people, will never be universally adored, and that's okay. Apologies in advance for bringing up the comparison between Meghan and her sister in law, Kate Middleton, but this is yet another example of disparities between how they received how they're received by the British public. Just last week, a video of Princess of Wales being a shy dancer went through the rounds on TikTok. Kate's dancing is so sweet, wrote one fan, but another pointed out, pretty sure she'd be judged by the press and the other royals if she danced anything but shy. Yep, they've got a point there. The comparisons between Kate and Meghan may feel tiring, but they're important. Through their dance moves alone, the former is characterized as sweet, while the latter is slammed as self obsessed. As critics will insist over and over again, this isn't solely due to skin color. Kate embraced her role with the British monarchy, while Meghan in the face of racist hostility, eventually rejected it. But as Glamour, Sheila Mamona previously wrote in 2022, even Meghan Markle's privilege, as they used the term white passing, successful, rich woman, can't save her from racial bias and gaslighting. 6 months later, it appears nothing has changed. Now, that is that person's opinion. For all her fans, Meghan Markle, like most famous people, will never be universally adored, and that's okay. You may resent her for living a seemingly swish life in LA or for speaking about her experience on numerous documentaries and podcasts, but at some point, you actually just have to let her live. And if there's no better time than the present, there's no better place than a Beyonce concert. And that sums it up. That sums it up. Um, at some point, they're going to just have to let it go because the criticisms and the hostility is not getting old. It's been old, stale, and so I guess out of touch with the public sentiment. So I hope that this weekend will somehow move things along. The tabloid media is cashing in on this story. Um, it does not require the intense amount of hate. Okay, if you want to scrutinize, scrutinize, but the hate and hostility is played out through the headlines, through the talking points on the television. A lot of people who write the articles and write these books end up on TV, and their goal is to disparage and attempt some type of attack on the impugn their reputations, whatever you want to call it. That seems to be their intention. But there's other ways to make money. There's other ways to make money. They are incredibly popular. They're an attractive couple. People are interested in them. And I believe that they would do so much better financially if they would just be unbiased with their reporting and just give the facts instead of sending paparazzis and all that kind of stuff. In the long run, it's just going to get old and stale, and um, it's useless. It's a fool's errand. Time to move on. So I hope they do. Let them dance, let them enjoy themselves, and leave Harry and Meghan alone. Time to move on. So, with that, you guys, I'm going to look at some last comments. Thank you all so much. Good night to those that have to work tomorrow, that's been up too late. And good morning to those of you who are starting your day. Thank you so much for being here. Um, yeah. Well, and you know what, guys? Rest up because there's so much more coming. On the 7th, Harry is going back to Narnia for the Well Child. We are still in the middle of a fundraiser. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel for the Invictus Games. The Invictus Games Dusseldorf 2023, they do have an Invictus channel, Invictus Games channel. So make sure that you are subscribed to that. There is barely anybody subscribed to it, and it should be so much bigger than what it is. So please do those subscriptions. Also, speaking of subscriptions, Royal Sussex is within 100 subscribers from 36,000, I think. So if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to Royal Sussex. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay anything. You don't even have to pay attention. Just make sure those of you that are watching on televisions, make sure you get your smartphone, your tablet, and subscribe so that Royal Sussex will reach 36,000 subscribers. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's 35,903. And if you guys subscribe soon, there will be 36,000 and some change. So please subscribe ASAP. All right. And with that, I will be looking for the last word of the day. Thank you so much to the moderators for keeping this a safe space. Thank you so much for your super chat, super stickers. Lydia has the link to the Invictus games. Let me see if I can put that up there. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to pin it at the top of the chat. Okay, let me try that again. Pin message to the top of the chat. There you go. So just go to the top of the chat and make sure you subscribe to the Invictus game Dusseldorf. So that way you can hopefully watch the opening and closing ceremonies. Excuse me. Exactly. Stop worrying about their. You know what? I'm on the wrong thing here. I was trying to highlight you and I was on a different screen. Stop worrying about Harry and Meghan's marriage and worry about your pathetic life. Just scurry away and never return. Amen to that. Shelley L says, so wait, Hoghead fired himself from the morning show and award show, and I hope his running shoes gave him corns. Yes, Shelley L. I wonder, I wonder if they have a video of him saying, "I'm not going to take this." That's what he said when he was on the Good Morning Britain. I don't have to take this. And then he set a land speed record for a mammal on 2 feet when he ran up out of there. I'm telling you, that man banked that corner. Paper was flying all over the studio. Oh man! And the other thing that was funny was when Alex Beresford said, "Oh no, no! Don't go! Oh, this is absolutely diabolical! Diabolical! I don't know when was the last time I've worked diabolical into a conversation, but I tell you what, tomorrow I am going to make it a point to work that into a conversation. Diabolical. Not your everyday word, but cheers to Alex Beresford for working it into the confrontation. But yes, so anyway, thank you so much, Shelly L, and thank you for being here tonight. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Mystic Toxin. Oh, you were already subbed, though, right? So let me take a peek and see if anything changed. Huh. Yes, 35,904. Yeah, so that's one new subscriber. So cool. And let me try some other statistics. So, Royal Sussex has had, are you ready for it? 21,464,046 views so far. Royal Sussex has had wait a minute. 5.2 million watch hours. That's right. There has been 5.2 million hours of watching Royal Sussex. I can't even wrap my head around that. 5.2 million hours of watch time. 21.5 million views. How is that possible? I don't know. And what is it, like maybe 1,200 videos now? Oh, oh, you're talking about Invictus, Mystic Toxin. You meant Invictus. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How did I just forget? I just went on and on about that. Um, yeah, I guess that's it then. Good night, Maggie Howe. Good night, Angela Simmons. 1960, Mad World, Monte Cristo. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, how did I miss that? YM Droid says stale and dated. Did someone call? Oh man, thank you so much for that. And thank you for the super chat. Okay. Good night, Martine Denise. Yes, good night, John Boy. Good night. I remember that. That was the Waltons, right? Walton Mountain, the Waltons. Oh, Kathy A, thank you for being a part of a safe space. Jacqueline Squash. Oh, there we go. The official chaplain of Royal Sussex. With God, all things are possible. Amen to that. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Doria, for the very spirited and inspired dance. Uh-oh. I just took myself out of here. Okay. Again, thank you, Mama Doria, for the very spirited and inspired dance. I love that so much. I could just look at it again and again. Oh man. It begs the question, whose grandma is this? Whose grandma is that? That's Archie and Lily's grandma. Okay. All right, you guys. Love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. And let me find our queens before we go. Oh, there we go. This is what I was looking for. Had to bring that up so I can find this. There we go. All right. Good night, Mama Doria. Good night, Diana. Good night, everyone. And our last word for today is I love my Sussex squatties. Thank you, Luli. All right, it is time to cue the Ginger Avenger. And hit it. All right. Get it, Harry. Go, Harry. Go, Harry. Go, Harry. I could imagine what it was like for them dancing at the wedding reception. I bet that was quite a sight. I bet you that was quite a sight. I would pay good money to see that. Okay. How do I get myself out of here? Uh, there we go. Okay. Okay. I'll leave Harry there looking cool for a minute. Oh, Miss S, you made it home safe. Uh, okay, I'm glad. Oh, there you go. I made it home. Oh, were you driving? Thanks for letting us know. Uh, Good night, Miss Mac. Was that a song? Miss Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black, black, black. Was that a song? Or am I thinking of something else? Miss Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black. Miss Mary Mac. That was a song, right? Was that like one of them jump rope songs for jump ropes? Mary Mac? Oh, is a clapping game of unknown origin. Okay. I just looked that up. Oh, there's lyrics, yes. All dressed in black, 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 with silver buttons, buttons all down her back, back, back. Oh, that is a thing, huh? Okay. Miss Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black, 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 with silver buttons, buttons, all down her back, back, back. She asked her mother, mother, for 15 cents to see the elephants. Jump over the fence. They jump so high, high, and touch the sky, and never came down till the 4th of July, lie. Oh, I never knew the words to that. I just knew the beginning. Yeah, you know it must be late when I'm looking up stuff like that. Okay. I would do that jumping rope. Oh, you did that jumping rope, huh? Yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah, it was a song from childhood. Thank you, Gail Becker. Well, then who was the man from Nantucket? Was that a song? The man from Nantucket? Let me look that up because I think that was a song too, wasn't it? The man from Nantucket. Um, the man from Nantucket, and I'm going to sing that nice and loud too. Okay. Um, there once was a man from Nantucket who went down a well in a bucket. The last words he spoke before the rope broke were Here's another one. There once was a man from Nantucket who kept all of his cash in a bucket, but his daughter's name Nan ran away with a man, and as for the bucket, Nantucket. Oh, that's weird. But he followed. Let me see. But he followed the pair to Pawtucket. The man and the girl with the bucket, and he said to the man who was welcome to Nan, but as for the bucket, okay, I better stop there then. I better stop. Okay, now this is the one I was looking for. There was a young man from Nantucket whose was, oh no, 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 no. Oh, he said with a grin, okay, all right, I'm done. I am done. Good Lord. And that's on the Wikipedia. That's on Wikipedia. Ugh, that's tacky. That's real tacky. Well, it's late. At least I know nobody's gotten, or should I say, no one has their children watching right now. Speaking of which, I embarrassed myself one day so bad. Um, I will tell you one day, but I won't tell you now. But it was like a little double entendre joke that I used to tell, and I didn't realize that someone had brought their children with them that day. And anyway, by the time I realized that, um, well, I was so embarrassed. But Desiree Dotson, greetings, everyone. Been busy with school. Love you, Baron. Love you, Desiree Dotson. Thank you so much for giving the shout out. Thank you very much. Oh, belated birthday for Lady H. Yes, happy belated birthday. Okay. All right, you guys, we're not going to go 3.5 hours tonight. I could assure you. I know I said that the other night, but I mean it tonight. We're not going 3.5 hours. But I am in a good mood and I'm very happy. And thank you all so much uh, for experiencing all of this together. Thank you all so much. Means a lot. So happy for my faves, and that includes Mama Doria. Oh, the food truck video. No food truck tonight. Uh, oh, you want a bedtime story? Okay. Bedtime story. Here you goes. There once was a man from Nantucket. uh, Marshar says a small story about Europe. Um, None of my stories about Europe are small. They just seem to go on and on and on. But let me see. Is there any experience from Europe I have not shared yet? Something that I haven't mentioned before. Let me think about that for a second. Um, hmm. Nothing comes to mind. Nothing comes to mind. But I tell you guys, if you have ever wanted to go someplace, just buy the ticket. You buy the ticket, you'll go. And I know for ladies, it's a bit intimidating traveling alone, especially if you've never done that before. But you will never feel so free unless you go to another country by yourself and problem solve your way through things. That is when I felt freer than I ever felt in my life. The first time I ever traveled abroad by myself. I I was nervous and excited all at the same time. And yeah, it was just so amazing to see myself in those spaces that I saw on television, and knowing that I'm like possibly the only person in my family that ever went to this place or that place. Maybe the only one that ever went to South America. So if you have the means to do it, do it. Um, Buy a ticket 6 months in advance and just plan and plan and plan. You won't be sorry. And the last thing you should worry about is a language barrier. As George Jefferson once said on the Jeffersons, everybody speaks green. Everybody speaks green. It's amazing how linguistics have no barrier when someone is spending money. But to be polite, it's always good to learn a few words in another language. But um, I think the only faux pas that one should avoid is maybe going on one of those speed boats through the canals of Venice. Yeah, if you are or were a billionaire, avoid overexposing yourself on the Venetian canals. That is the biggest faux pas I can think of. But other than that, you really can't go wrong. Oh, I can't sing tonight, Lady H, but thank you for asking. I just can't. Um, let's see here. Kim Peaches says, I was very happy to visit my friend in the UK with my granddaughter. We adored it. Next, Paris, France, then Austria, etc. Oh my. Well, I don't know how you're going, but I say if you go to Europe, you have to always do two cities. I could never go there and not do at least two cities. My first trip was two cities. My last trip was, gosh, I don't know how many. Well, actually, no, I take it back. The last time I only went to Venice. I went straight to Venice, and that was it. But two cities. Take a train from city to city. It is such an experience. If you have the time, take the train. Yeah, the trains in Europe are fast and efficient. I think Europe probably has, I would say Europe, uh, Japan. I'm trying to think of who else has the best rail service. Well, yeah, they have excellent rail service in Europe. So if you've taken the train in the U.S. and you found it tedious and lumbering and boring and haphazard, trust me, you will not be disappointed taking the train in Europe. One of my favorite things to do. I've been to Washington D.C. on the train. That was the longest train trip that I've ever taken in the U.S. was Washington D.C. And it took about 17 and a half hours. You could drive faster than taking the train, but that was years ago. I mean, like the 1990s, I think. Baron's top. Let me see, Baron the top show off with Nina Simone feeling good for Megan and Harry. I have a story about that, Marshard. Did I ever tell that story or no? Um, I had a first class ticket, right? And I told you to get the rail pass. They told me I didn't qualify for a senior ticket. I was too young. I didn't qualify. I mean, yeah, I was too young. I didn't qualify for a student discount because I was too old. And so I had to have a senior ticket. because it was the only way to guarantee a seat with a first class rail pass. I had to get a senior ticket. I mean, a first class ticket. And I got on a train. I don't even remember what cities I was traveling between, but the back of the train was packed, and it was standing room only. And believe it or not, when you're traveling in certain places, they don't care that you don't have a seat. You are not allowed to go to the first class without a ticket or without a first class ticket. So you know how they have the booth with the three seats on each side. You have the door, and you could actually pull the bottom of the seat, and it turns it into a big bed. And sometimes when you're traveling, if there's only three or four people in the room on the train in the cabin, at nighttime you pull those seats together and make a bed, and you and possibly a stranger may be sleeping together on those seats. That happens all the time. So I had this entire cabin to myself, six seats to myself, three on each side. And then I noticed a crowd of people walking toward the front of the train. Well, all of these people who were in the steerage compartment, I say that like a snob, right? The steerage compartment in the coach seats, they were trying to come up front with us. And I'm like, oh, what riffraff? Where do they think they're going? And I even remember this poor little kid pointed, Ma, because mine was the first one that they saw that had room for other people to sit. And so I guess maybe 20, 30 people had walked past the window. And I'm looking, I'm like, I wonder where they coming from. Well, somebody had the bright idea to say, oh, there's some seats up front. So everybody started walking to the front. Next thing I know, I see the conductor like marching all these people back to the rear of the train. God, that was so funny. And I'm sitting there just full of myself. I'm like, oh, riffraff. And so as they're marching back there, I just kind of rolled my head and looked out the window. And you won't believe what I was listening to. I felt just like Queen Latifah in Last Holiday. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Yes, a new dawn, it's a new day. And ooh, and I'm feeling good. I literally had that playing on my CD player. Now, this was a long time ago, but I had that playing on my CD player as I'm being a snob and rolling my head and looking out the window and watching all of these people being marched back to the standing room only. I had that entire booth to myself. So that was like one of those moments when I really felt like I had arrived. But yeah, but they don't let people come up to the front like that. There's some rail systems are very strict about that. It's just like when you're on an airplane, it's very select people that may. I think you have a better chance of getting an upgrade on a aircraft than on one of those trains in Europe. They just don't allow it. So, but I was glad to have it to myself, though. If I would have had to share, it was no big problem. But I was glad to have it to myself, just to enjoy that moment. riding on the train, listening to Nina Simone. But my favorite Nina Simone song is My Baby Just Cares for Me. I love that song. My baby don't care for shows. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and the races. Yeah, 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 baby don't care for high tone places. Love that song. I could listen to that song over and over and over again. That is my favorite Nina Simone. uh, it was pretty strong. It was pretty strong. Let me see here. Miss S says, Baron, the fact that you said CD player dates you. My daughter saw a device on my TV stand and asked, and I told her it was a DVD player. And she was horrified and said, no, no one used them anymore. Well, that was what, 2009 that I was using my CD player. Now, there was some people who had the like iPods and everything, MP3 player, but I was still rocking my CD player in 2009. I had a stack of my favorite songs, and I had a bunch of AAA batteries, no, AA batteries, and that's what I listened to. Um, but yeah, I didn't even have a computer at the time, so I wouldn't have been able to have programmed it anyway. Yeah, at the time I was in between computers, and so the CD player, that was the best that I could do. But oh boy, that was great though. That was great. Listening to Nina Simone on a train is so therapeutic. It is so therapeutic. Listening to jazz music on the train is very relaxing because a lot of the jazz songs, like the Count Basie and his orchestra, um, Ella Fitzgerald, a lot of those songs actually has the beat of the old steam trains, and it just feels right to listen to. Um, and I love Ella Fitzgerald. You guys have no idea how much I love Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Fitzgerald, the queen of swing. She was just incredible. Love me some Ella. Oh boy, yes, I could listen to some Ella. I remember one time I was like really going through something, and I listened to Ella sing. Was it "Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me"? No, it wasn't that. Um, oh my goodness, I can't think of the song. Oh, "Cry Me a River." Cry me a river, cry me a river, like I cried a river over you. Yes, 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 yes. Ella Fitzgerald, Cry Me a River. I listened to it over. You're going through it when you're listening to Cry Me a River over and over again. But I was going through and I just kept listening to it over and over and over again. It was one of those days. Um, oh, do you? Well, I have a VCR and I have a DVD player. I don't have, actually, I I still may have the combo, but I know I have an individual. I have two CD play. I'm sorry, VH cassette players, and I have at least one or two DVD players because I still have the cassette tapes and I still have the DVDs. And until I get rid of them, I'm going to keep both. Oh, Billie Holiday, yeah. I love to hear Billie sing Autumn in New York. I love Autumn in New York. Oh, you still got your boombox, huh? Cool. Okay, you guys. Before we get to 3.5 hours, I'm fixing to go. And I will see you all tomorrow. We'll have to go back down memory lane after the Invictus games. I promise you. Um, we'll do that another time. You know, I don't mind. I probably have about 500 cassette tapes. I got a mountain of cassette tapes. I'm going to tell you guys something that rarely ever tell another human being, but I used to take the tape out of my answering machine and replace it with a new tape. You know how they used to sell those cassette tapes $3 for $1, those real poor quality tapes $3 for $1? You could go like to Woolworth and get a 3 pack for $1. I would take them out. After I flip them, I will record on one side, record on the other side, and then put a fresh one in. So somewhere in my cassette tape collection, I have, oh, I don't know how many cassette tapes with people calling and leaving messages, probably from the 1980s, the late 80s. And I've always said that one of these days I'm going to go back and listen to them. Now, some of the people that left messages are deceased, so that is going to be very emotional. But I did save them, and yeah, I probably have a whole stack of those to enjoy while I'm living in the old folks' home. That's when I'll use them. When I go and live in the independent living home, I'll get out my cassette tapes one of these days and listen to them. And then some of them, of course, you can hear where I picked up the phone and I'm like, I'm here, I'm here. So yeah, that was like a thing I did. I don't know how I started doing that, but I would just change the tapes. You know what's kind of sad though is I did listen to those some years ago, and I was like, oh my god, I was popular. People invite me to go out, and are you coming to the party? And you got that $10 you owe me, all kind of stuff like that. When it was $10, of course, I didn't pick up the phone. And if it was $20, I probably unplugged it. Oh man. Oh boy. But those were the days. An answering machine. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go. But again, thank you all for hanging out tonight. And I'm excited. I'm too excited. Let me come down for this high. I got to sleep tonight. But love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow.